there for a 33-zip win over Monroe County. Tonight, big game, taking on the Hurricanes of Flomaton. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. An unusual year for Flomaton. They come in winless in region play, but we will take a look at who they have faced over the course of those two region games, and they haven't taken on the little weaklings in the region, if there are some.
Kick is into the end zone for a touchback.
It will go into the end zone. Coming out offensively are the Hurricanes, which means, of course, that we'll get our first look at Bayside defensively. And there is your starting lineup. Coming in with a 3-1 mark, only loss in the season opener to St. Michael's. First region win was last week's win over Monroe County, and lo and behold, we've got a penalty flag quickly.
Flag on the play.
And it looks like Hurricanes going to march back 5 before they even put the ball in the gun of a running back, or the quarterback tosses to a receiver.
First and 15.
And Bayside not complaining about the start of this one.
15-yard line.
So instead of a first down and 10, the opening drive will feature a first down and 15. I mentioned Robert Williamson on your coverage. That means Amy Zanity is on top of the roof, working camera tonight. Thank you very much, Amy. Zykenzie Martin on the carry.
Martin on the carry for the Hurricanes.
And he will make his way
brought down by a host
for a gain of a couple, bringing up a second down and 13. Well, in the region, T.R. Miller number 1 and 2-0. Hillcrest 2-0 as well. So I guess technically they can both claim the top spot. Bayside 1-0. One of only 3 remaining region teams with an unbeaten mark. As the handoff is again to Martin, and Martin will get a yard or two.
Gains 2.
Bring up a third down and long.
Noah Breland in on the stop.
Doug Vickery, the head coach at Flomaton, winning his coach there, 126 wins as a Hurricane coach. And that's about 80 more than the next nearest winningest coach, the second winningest coach. Little misdirection on the keeper, and then the eventual handoff. It looked like Martin was going to get it, then it looked like it was going to be kept by quarterback Harrison.
On the reverse over the left side.
And then it winds up being a reverse that gains about what the prior two did.
There is a flag on the play.
There is a flag, however, on the play. Let's see if the play will stand, if it is charged to the Admirals, or if it is the Hurricanes. It looks like at this particular moment it is going to go against Bayside, and it will a face mask.
Face mask called on the Admirals. That's a 15-yard
Not what the Admirals wanted.
It'll be an
Had it stopped,
Hurricanes
it was a
first
3
down.
and out. Then you get a face mask.
At the 34 for the Hurricanes.
And the penalty yardage will give Flomaton first down and 10 at the 34-yard line. There are some big games in the region tonight. How about the Hillcrest T.R. Miller game? Across the 40 to the 41-yard line, that is Nizavian French.
French on the carry for the Hurricanes.
And French will pick up right at 7. Going to bring up a second down and 3.
And Billy Neal for the Admirals.
Excel and Cottage Hill.
Hurricanes.
And obviously, Flomaton and Bayside. Monroe has an open week. They are the region team not playing this week. Again on the carry, that is French, and French will find his way to midfield, and that will be enough for a first down.
French on the carry.
So it is a first down and 10.
4 on the play, enough for a first
Second
down.
first down of the opening drive when it looked like Flomaton was going to be snuffed out
First and 10.
without even getting to the 20-yard line. Penalty yardage picks up a first, and now the running of French picks up a first. And it is a first down and 10 with the ball squarely sitting on midfield. Flushed out of the pocket and then looking downfield, found a receiver. Question is, was the catch made? And I think the officials say indeed it was. That was Harper Harrison finding T-Shot Baldwin. Well, that wasn't bad Bayside coverage. Had 3 blue jerseys nearby. But Harrison just able to thread the needle and get it into the gut of Baldwin and pick up a first down at the 36, where it is first down and 10. Handoff given to Presley, and Presley inside the 30, down to about the 26. There is a penalty flag, though, in the backfield, which often will indicate a hold. Let's see if that's what we've got.
There's a flag on the play.
So either second and short or Hurricanes coming back, and that is a hold. It will be charged to Flomaton.
Holding call on the Hurricanes.
So it nullifies the Presley run of about 7 yards. And then you've got 10 tacked on for the point of infraction. So in all, it's about a 17-yard difference.
Excuse me, correction, 46.
But it is back to the 46, where it is first down and 20.
First and 19 for the Hurricanes.
So first down and 20. Football at the 46, fake to Presley. Give goes to Harrison, and Harrison, check that, Martin will be dropped behind the line of scrimmage, loses about a yard, and it will bring up a second down and long.
For the Admirals, loss of a yard on the play, second and 20.
This is meeting number 13 between these two. Bayside leads the series 8-4. They used to be region foes, and for a few years they weren't, so they haven't played for a few years. And off again to Martin. Martin bounced backwards, and he will be dropped to the line of scrimmage. Third down and long.
Once again on the run up the middle.
Last time these two teams met was in 2021. And Bayside won at 28-21. Bayside has never been shut out by Flomaton. Most points scored in this series, 45, and that was an Admiral 45. Snap going directly back to French, and French will be hammered after a gain of 3.
French on the carry over the left side, gains 3.
And it'll bring up a fourth down.
Brought down by a host of Admirals.
And let's see if Flomaton opts to put it away, or at least at the moment, looks like they're keeping their offense on the field.
16 for the Hurricanes from the 44-yard line.
Got to get it inside the 26 to pick up the first. But unless we're going to get a Harrison quick kick, they're about to go for it on fourth and quite a bit. Well, we do get that quick kick. And it is anticipated. Return from the 20 to the 30 and to the 33-yard line. Pretty good return.
Nall's punt is returned by Sam Cunningham.
That was Sam Cunningham on the return.
32-yard line where the Admirals will take over first.
Well, when you consider where the ball was and where it now is, Flomaton actually only gained a few yards on the quick kick. They were not anticipating a return, but Cunningham able to get a decent return on it out to the 37-yard line. And we'll get our first look at the offense for Bayside Academy. On a first down and 10, Bo Miller working from the gun. He'll give to Lions, and Lions will pick up a yard, maybe 2. And there you have the offensive starting lineup.
On the run up the middle for no gain. Stopped
The
by
two
Harper
Bows,
Harrison
a
for the
Lion,
Hurricanes.
Wilkinson, Parton, Uter. And the offensive line of Merchant, McDaniel, Hammock, Allen, and Reinig. Miller will pass. It is incomplete, trying to get it to Bo Miller.
Bo Miller's pass.
And it'll bring up a third down and long.
Is incomplete.
Third and 9.
Admirals.
Football spotted at the 38-yard line. Admirals need to cross the 47 to pick up the first. First drive of the first half, and we're about halfway through the first quarter. Miller with Lions in the backfield. Look at the sidelines. 15 games into his coaching career is Barrett Trotter at Bayside Academy. Miller drops back, looks, fires. It is caught over the middle by Parton. He'll have the first. Great job by Miller. Miller bought himself some extra time in the backfield. Flushed out of the pocket, but his first instinct was not necessarily to run once he was flushed out of the pocket. Looked to see if anybody was open, found Parton. And the first complete pass for Bayside will result in a first down. There's his second complete pass, bow to bow, and shoved out of bounds is Anderson.
Miller to Anderson results.
Gaining 5, close to 6 on a first down play.
42-yard line.
Bayside trying to join
Second and 3.
T.R. Miller and or Hillcrest after tonight is the only unbeaten teams in the conference. And we know one of the two won't be unbeaten. They're playing tonight. So Bayside with a chance to move to the 2 spot, a half game behind the region leader. 3 passes, 3 different receivers. This one to John Ben Wilkinson.
Complete to John Ben Wilkinson. Pick up of 2.
And it'll bring up a third down and short.
Brought down by Braden Phillips for the Hurricanes. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Fairly quickly expiring
For the
first
Admirals.
stanza, and that's because the ball has not been on the turf. It's either been run plays or complete passes. And it is 3rd down and short. Likely 4-down territory for Bayside. Of course, they're hoping they don't have to make that decision. Looking for a 3rd down conversion. And Billy Neal's got it. Inside the 35, down to the 32 goes Billy Neal.
Neal on the carry for the Admirals. Gain 7. Over the right side. That's
So
good
another
enough for
Bayside
huge
first down.
offensive
Again, the
rush.
key play on the
Admirals
drive.
first down.
That 3rd down pass play to Parton. And another 3rd down conversion, Neal. And it is 1st down and 10 at the 33 for Bayside. Opening drive of the football game. Bayside coming in with a 3-1 mark, riding a 3-game win streak. Handoff given to, I believe that is Kane Lyons. We'll wait until the body's clear to see who is carrying. Yeah, that is Lyons. Down to the 30, maybe. Yep, the 30. Those are the pigskin lying there at the 30.
By Harper Harrison for the Hurricanes.
And it is a 2nd down and a long 7, a short 8. A reminder at halftime, we talked with Barrett Trotter, head coach of the Admirals. This time, snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage is Lyons. There is a penalty flag
Lyons on the carry,
tossed into the frame.
There's a flag on the play.
So let's see what the infraction is. At the moment, kind of looking like the Hurricanes are the guilty party, and there you see the call.
Personal foul, face mask on the Hurricanes.
The Admirals had a face mask on their opening drive that gave Flomaton a first down.
15-yard penalty.
And now Flomaton with a face mask on the Bayside opening drive that gives the Admirals a first.
Takes things down to the 18-yard line.
And the ball down to the 18-yard line where
For another refuge,
it is a first down and 10.
First down.
1st and 10 at the 19. Handoff given to Lions, and Lions drop behind the line of scrimmage. That's your quarterback playing a linebacker spot, Harrison, who will drop Lions.
Lions on the carry, loses 3.
Loss of a couple of yards, 2nd and 12.
For the Hurricanes. Brings up 2nd and 13.
Busy weekend of football here on JockJive. Tonight, Bayside Academy. Tomorrow, Georgia Military College taking on Lackawanna. That's a 7 and 13 matchup in the NJCAA. And then tomorrow night, Allen University and Point University. Tossed over to Lions. Lions drop behind the line of scrimmage. Back to the 25, where it'll be 3rd and long.
Miller's pass to Lions is complete.
The impressive part about the drive, though, you are now looking at 4 completions and 4 different targets.
3rd down and 15 from the
3rd and 15, though.
For the Admirals.
Admirals got to get inside the 8. Miller, who's been perfect thus far tonight, running for his life, looks towards the end zone, got a receiver open, but it's over. K Lions, and there is a penalty flag in the backfield. And I did not see what happened after the fact. Miller might have got hammered. And that could be the result of the flag. The roughing the passer. We'll see if it is a roughing the passer.
Pass intended for David Phillips.
So that's a big infraction.
There is a flag on the play.
But the conversation is with Flomaton, which would indicate it is a Bayside mistake. And it is holding. Charge to Bayside. It is declined.
4th down from the 25.
So do you look at the possibility of a field goal? This would be a lengthy effort. From here, about a 40, 42-yard field goal. But it looks like that's what Nathan Ivan is going to try. Spotted at the 32. That will make it a 42-yard effort. From just about the middle of the field. Maybe offset slightly to the right. Well, he's got the leg. Does not have the accuracy. It will go off to the left.
This kick is no good.
And both teams with a drive, but we are scoreless at the 148 mark. Flomaton with a drive that eventually ended with a punt. Bayside with a drive that ends with a missed 42-yard field goal. And that has consumed the bulk of the quarter.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Martin will pick up 3 out to the 23, where it is 2nd and 7. And great to have you watching tonight's coverage. Yep, we're going to do it in the 3rd stanza. We'll do your shout-outs. Find out where you're watching from. A little fancy footwork, but French is caught after a gain of 2 or 3.
Picks up 3 more, brought down.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
For the Admirals.
So yeah, with shout-outs coming in the 3rd, go ahead and put those creative thinking caps on. Got a little watch party going on. Might want to think about how you're going to position everybody and take a photo, caption it, and send it. Third down, we'll call it 4. Got across the 30 to pick up the first. Bouncing into the outside is French, and he's going to be able to tiptoe down the sidelines to pick up the first, I believe. Able to just string it out and then take a turn upfield and just cross the 30, and that's all he needed to do. Nose of the pigskin on the 30, and that's all he needed, the nose of the football. And it's a first down. French stepping out of bounds. So the clock stops with 22 ticks left in the first one. Now they recrank the clock. Then they stop the clock. No, I am not sure what's up with the clock. French, couple of yards out to the 32. And I don't think the clock started on the field goal, to be frank.
Noah Breland on the stop for the Admirals.
And we are there at the end of one. And after one, it is scoreless.
At the end of one, we're tied at 0. Once again, we would like
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
coffee needs with only the highest quality coffee, both in the sourcing and in the roasting. By combining science and art, Refuge Coffee Roasters aim to showcase the region, not the roast type. Visit www.refugecoffee.
We have played a stanza.
For more information, or pay them a visit.
And after one,
Of their Fairhope
there
locations.
is no score. And each team in the opening quarter basically had a drive. And that was it. Second quarter action gets underway. Freedom Field, Daphne, Alabama. Harrison at quarterback. Give goes to Martin, and Martin will try the middle of that Bayside defense. That was Will Allen coming out with the football going, hey, look what I got. But apparently Martin was down prior to the ball coming out. And it is third down and 5. Trotter 11-4 as the Bayside coach. Third coach in the history of Bayside Academy in his second year. Well, the ball eventually wound up in the hands of Lance Presley.
Stopped by Burt Brown.
Boy, they are very good at deception.
4th and 5, Hurricane.
Had to wait until the play was over to make sure it was Presley with it and not Harrison. But it is Presley who will make his way to the 35. Far short of a first punting situation. Cade Lyons back to receive. He's on one hash mark. And on a 4th and 5, it is blocked. Pounced on by, I believe, Parton. It is Parton.
Punt is blocked and recovered by Monroe Parton.
So Parton hops on an excellent field position for Bayside Academy. First down and 10 at the 32. And drive number 2 of the night for Bayside. Starting at the 32-yard line. Flomaton coming in with a 2-and-2 mark. Their wins this year over Clark County and Chickasaw, losing to XL and TR Miller. First and 10. Pitch goes to Lyons, sees a hole, pops through it down to the 24. And a gain of 8 on a first down carry.
Takes it down to the 26-yard line for a gain of 7. Braden Phillips on the stop for the Hurricanes.
Second down, relatively short. We'll call it 3. Gain of 7 on the carry to the 26. Miller with a couple of receivers to both sides. Well, we know the formula. If you are Bayside, hold the opponent to less than 10. When you do, they have won 52 out of 53 times. Ball on the turf. Miller picks it up. That disrupts the flow of the play. He is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And stopped there by Phillips. Braden.
Miller able to recover it for the Admirals. Loss of 7.
Well, Miller was going to pick it up and try to complete the play. Didn't want it stopped with a fumble. The fumble just disrupted everything. Loss of what Lions gained, and it becomes a 3rd down and 10. When Bayside has allowed 40 or more, 3 and 30.
Flag on the play.
False start charge to
False
Bayside.
start on the Admirals. Backs things up
And
5
that will push them
yards
back 5.
to the 38-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 15.
By the way, we didn't stop for our 6-minute heat-related break. At least in the first quarter. Maybe we're dispensing of those heat-related breaks. Although actually tonight might be the warmest Friday night we have had thus far this year. And hopefully tonight a little different than the last couple of Fridays when we've had plenty of rain. Fake to Lyons. Miller keeps it. Fires downfield. Got Parton open and misfires.
Miller's pass intended for Parton is incomplete.
Maybe a miscommunication. It almost appeared as though Miller thought Parton was going to break towards the end zone.
From the 38.
He was wide open. But an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation.
Kellen Stacy on the punt for the Admirals. No one back to
Keelan
receive
Stacy
for the Hurricanes.
ready to boot it away. Flomaton, nobody back to receive either. Not anticipating a kick, or will take their chances on where it is down, and it will kick back to the 10.
Stacy's punt is down at the 10-yard line.
And that is where Flomaton will take over.
Where the Hurricanes
First
will take
down
over
and
first
10. Well, a reminder, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know we had a goal of 5,000. We hit that. So now we've set a goal of 6. Yes, we apparently are never happy. We get 6, we're going to want more. I'll go ahead and warn you in advance, but we would love to have you subscribe. You get access not only to live game coverage, but conversations and more, like the Barrett Trotter interview we'll have at halftime.
Timeout.
Well, you can get a head start on the interview. It's already available on YouTube. Got a timeout on the field. We'll take the break 2 at the 8:26 mark. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catches shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Third drive of the night for Flomaton. It will start from their own 10-yard line. 8:26 to play. Half number one. Low snap to Harrison. He'll drop back. Looks, fires downfield. The rover Noah Kane had a beat on it. Picks it off at the 34.
By Noah Kane at the 34-yard.
Boy, he was just sitting, waiting, going through it. Harrison does, and Kane picks it off. Well, you had complaints there from Lance Presley that he was interfered with, but no flags. Play stands. Bayside with the football. First and 10 from the 35. Out it goes to Bo Anderson. And he'll be caught from behind by Harrison at the 28.
Picks up 7 on the play. Down to the 28-yard line.
Quarter number 2 has been spent inside Flomaton territory for Bayside. But nothing on the scoreboard to show for it yet. Bayside hoping this is the drive. Second down and 4 with Lions in the backfield. Clock running towards the 7.5-minute mark. Miller on the keeper. Nothing up the middle, bounces into the outside. 25-20. He'll have the first down. And might be a nudge away from the red zone on a 1st and 10 Bayside.
For another Refuge Coffee Roasters, Admirals, first down.
So yeah, I'm thinking a little more of that pigskin is inside the 20 rather than outside into the red zone. Goes Bayside where it is first down and 10. Lions in the backfield. Anderson, the lone receiver to this side. First down and 10. And the play is stopped. And due to a penalty, and that will be delay of game.
5-yard penalty.
And it'll be charged Bayside.
Back to the 25-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15, Admirals.
Bayside 85-64 in region play in the history of the school. Five-yard mark off, turns it into a 1st and 15. Keeper by Miller right up the middle. And he'll bang his way inside the 15 down to the 13.
Down to the 14-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play. Second and 4 for the Admirals.
Brings up a second down and 4. Erased all of the penalty yardage and added 6 more. Football at the 14. In motion is Anderson. Loose ball, and going back to fall on it is Miller. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Loss of 9 on the play as Bo Miller jumps on it on the 24-yard line.
Well, then there's a couple of times bad snap and exchange that was a little errant between center and quarterback. Results in a loss of yardage. Thus far hasn't resulted in the ball going to the other side of the football field, though. But it does turn a 2nd and relatively short into a 3rd and not so manageable. Pitched over Lyons, 25, 20, still on his feet, 15 down to the 11. And very near a Bayside first. It'll depend upon the spot and where the official is standing right now. Boy, hard to tell from this angle. But apparently it is a first. And it is a first and goal just inside the 10. Timeout on the field that is called for by Flomaton. 5:20 to play in the half. 10 yards from Painter, a home team.
You made it. You went further than even you believed. You took your friends, your teammates, teachers, and coaches. You needed Dad, but Mom was there through it all. See, you didn't do it alone. It took a united effort. It also took you. United Baseball is a full-time organization focused on development and advancement of athletes. If you're a high school-age baseball player with a desire to play at the next level, you could be next. Log on to unitedbaseball.org to learn more.
.5:20 to play in the half. Football at the 10. Miller. Give goes to Lyons. Lyons trying to get to the outside and turn the corner. He will get down to near the 7-yard line for a gain of 3.
Lyons over the left side. Down to the 6-yard line.
Miller's got that option of sticking in the guide of Lyons or pulling it and taking off, depending on what the defense gives you. And sure looked like there was a little debate there in the backfield. Miller looked like he kind of wanted to keep it, and Lyons was like, nah, give it to me. 2nd and goal near the 7. Lyons runs out of bounds to stop the clock. This give is to Lyons. He'll make his way inside the 5. And it'll be 3rd and goal.
Lyons run up the middle. Gains 1 to the 5-yard line, brought down by Brayton Phillips for the Hurricanes.
Bayside trying to break the ice and do it
for
first.
the Admirals from the 5-yard line.
In the football program's history, only shut out 17 times. Never shut out in this series with Flomaton. I believe that it's Billy Neal pounding his way up the middle. Admirals say it's 6, and I'm still looking for an official to indicate, but apparently he has. Yep, there we go. Bayside. Short yardage play. And the 4-yard touchdown run has got Bayside on the board. Extra point kick. Ivan through the uprights. And Bayside with 4:29 to play in the half takes the 7-zip lead.
City of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
.429 left to play, half number one. Bayside on a Billy Neal 4-yard touchdown run. And the Nathan Ivey extra point kick. Leading it by 7. Bayside picked up their 18th shutout in school history last Friday against Monroe County. They wouldn't gripe about 19 shutouts happening a week later.
First and 10 Hurricanes from the 20-yard line.
Football put at the 20, and that's where Flomaton will start this drive. Bayside with an open week next week. So no Friday night football next week here on JockJive. We will have some Friday volleyball, though, if you want to check it out. I'm trying to remember who's playing. I think it is Coastal South and Bevel State, maybe. Handoff given to French, and French will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
French on the carry for the Hurricanes.
It is second down and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 Hurricanes.
Second down and 10, football at the 20. Well, next week, I guess a good week for me. Open date. Got a trip up to New York City, Monroe College, and Georgia Military on Saturday the 28th. Head off again to French, and French will be caught by Billy Neal. Looked like he was going to pick up some pretty good yardage, but Neal hopped on his back, drug him to the turf.
Brought down by Billy Neal for the Admirals.
Gain of 3 brings up a 3rd and 7. Well, we know the second half could take an eternity. You never know. But this has been one of the quickest first halves. 3 minutes away from halftime, and still not 45 minutes of real time into the game. Harrison with a handoff to Martin, and Martin back to the line of scrimmage.
On the run over the left side, met quickly by Billy Neal for the Admirals.
So it'll bring up a 4th and long.
And 6 for the Hurricanes.
And another punting situation. Cunningham and Lyons to receive. Standing on opposing hash marks. And Harrison, who has done the quick kick before, we assume will do it here. He does. Yeah, that's an end-over-end kick that doesn't travel a whole lot. To the 44-yard line. And Bayside is going to have excellent field position with plenty of time left in the first half. Football at the Flomaton 44, where it'll be first down and 10. I mentioned the most points scored in this series, 45. And Bayside did that in 2006. The only shutouts in this series, and there have been 2, but the only shutouts have been of the Hurricanes, not of Bayside. Bayside has not left a goose egg on the board in the 12 prior meetings, and obviously we know they won't tonight either. Miller. Pass is caught. That is the 5th receiver to make a catch. Burt Brown.
Burt Brown down to the 37-yard line. Gain 6 on the
Football
play.
to the 37. Gain of 6. Second and 4.
Admirals.
Miller got a receiver open. Uter, the intended target, was a little bit behind, but a flag does fly.
Flag on the play.
So let's see what the flag is about. It might not have counted had the reception been made or the pass on target. Looks like it is going to be an Admiral infraction. Ineligible receiver downfield.
On the Admirals.
Penalty yardage back to the 43.
Ball's placed at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 8.
And it'll be a 2nd down and 8. Inside a couple of minutes to play in half number 1. We'll take a look at first half scoring. That might not take long. Got Barrett Trotter coming up at the half, too. Pass is caught. I believe that is Uter.
Miller's pass complete to Miles Uter.
And it is Uter making the catch.
5 on the play to the 37-yard line.
They'll give him his forward progress to the 37.
Admirals.
3rd down and 3, 90 seconds left to play in the half. Bayside still playing without the services of Yamani as Miller will make his way up the middle to the 30.
Takes it down to the 30-yard line. That's enough for a Refuge Coffee Roasters.
Yamani with a foot injury out for the first half of the season. Hoping to have him back in about game 5 or 6. 1st and 10, Miller rolls out. He will fire. Uter makes the catch. What a great throw by Miller. That was a tiny window. 3 defensive players nearby, and he threaded the needle and zips it into Uter.
Timeout Hurricanes.
Down to the 12 where it is 1st down and 10. Bayside. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Less than a minute to play in the half. Bayside with a football at the 12 of Flomaton. Flomaton with one more timeout they can use. Bayside's got 2. Pitched over to Lyons. Lyons will make his way inside the 10 near the 9.
Martin runs it over the right side down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brought down by
Gain of a couple brings up a 2nd and 8. Football at the 9. Quickly to the line of scrimmage goes Bayside. Miller looking to his left. Rolls that direction. Got a receiver open. Late throw. He actually had Bo Anderson open.
Miller's pass incomplete.
But was trying to stop, plant, and throw. And that allowed the DB to get over and better defend.
Admirals.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 28 and a half left to play in the half. Third down, big play for Bayside. Miller. Incomplete, intended for Lions.
Miller's pass intended for Lions falls incomplete.
And it is 4th down, and it looks like we're going to have Nathan Ivan trot onto the field and try to split the uprights. Missed from 42 yards out. This one will be a 26-yard try. Out of the hold of John Ben Wilkinson. And that's going to wobble off to the left. And it will stay a 7-zip game.
27 yards is no good.
So a missed opportunity on the, can't really call it a muff punt, but the extremely short kick.
Fans want to remind you that only authorized personnel, coaches, and players.
Flomaton with a timeout.
And no time during
and 80 yards from Painter.
Festivities should any unauthorized students or
they have not
be on the field.
At least given off the impression that they are a team to pick up big yardage in quick plays outside of a run. But we will see what happens in the final 22. It is snapped directly to Martin. And Martin will be caught behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 15.
Over the right side, brought down by a flotilla of Admirals.
And it looks like Flomaton is going to be content going into the locker room down by 7 at the half. And that is it.
And that'll conclude.
It is halftime.
Where the Admirals lead 7-0.
At the half. A Billy Neal touchdown, the difference. Barrett Trotter, a halftime guest, but when we come back, a first half recap on JockJive.
West corner of Freedom Field for all of your game day snacks.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Welcome back. It is halftime of the half, a 7-zip score. It didn't take long to get to halftime. About 51 real minutes to get your 24 football minutes in, and the only score in the first half came at the 4:29 mark. In quarter number 2, Billy Neal, a 4-yard touchdown run. The extra point kick from Nathan Ivan Good, 7-zip Bayside. There have been a couple of missed Ivan field goals, one from 42 yards, one from 26 yards out. Flomaton hasn't threatened in the first half, but they're only down by a single score at the half. Well, coming up on JockJive, let's start with tomorrow. We are headed to Milledgeville, Georgia. That is a 7-13 matchup. Bulldogs and Lackawanna. We'll have it for you, 1 o'clock Eastern and noon Central. Tomorrow night, South Carolina Allen University hosting Point University. That again is a 7 Eastern and a 6 o'clock local start. One volleyball next week. Well, by golly, we got you some. I think this is Wednesday, the 25th. 5 o'clock, Bishop State and Coastal Alabama South. Coastal South and Bevel State next Friday at 5. Don't have Bayside Academy football because they're open. You might want to check that one out. And then Bevel State hangs around the next day and takes on Coastal Alabama North at 11 o'clock. And then later on, a week from tomorrow in the afternoon, second match of the day in Bruton for Coastal North as they will take on Pearl River. And while we're talking about a week from Saturday, there's where we will be on the 28th in New York City, Bulldogs and Monroe College. And it is all right here on JockJive. Halftime. Bayside by 7. Barrett Trotter, head football coach at Bayside Academy. He's coming up in about 120 seconds.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
It is halftime, and obviously we are recording this in advance. Coach is very busy about these moments of a game, so we're not sitting down and chatting live, doing it via a recording. Barrett Trotter, how you doing?
Doing good.
Coach, you are 15 roughly games into your career there at Bayside Academy. Let's go back and kind of assess. Are you 15 games where you want to be? What is the assessment of Barrett Trotter after 15 games?
You know, I think when I look back to when I first got here to where we are now, we have come a long, long way. Our players, coaches, everybody have done a great job buying into new systems, offensively, defensively, special teams, et cetera. And am I happy with where we are? Absolutely. Is it the final destination? Absolutely not.
You utilize technology probably more than any coach I've run into. That technology, how has it changed, or has it changed your aspect of coaching the game? You grew up in a different era than I, so you were around this form of technology throughout the course of your playing and coaching career. But what kind of impact has it had on your coaching?
We obviously, film's been around for a long time. Even when I was in school, we would watch film. I don't think it was as readily available, obviously, as we have it now, where it's downloaded online. Guys can watch film, throughout the week. They can watch the game. We can make all of our correction notes on Saturday from a Friday night game. They have all their corrections normally by Saturday or Sunday, so they can go through and see all the corrections that we've made, before we even watch the tape with them. So then when we actually get to watch it with them, we can still clear up any issues, or if they got a question, and just hit it one more time. That allows us to just try to correct all those mistakes or details or coaching points that we would have. And then obviously we have our playbook is all online. So anytime there's a bust out of practice or guys don't know what they're doing or they're confused, I will constantly remind them, hey, do you know where that information is? And I'll say, it's in the playbook, and the playbook is online, and you have access to it all the time. So whenever they don't know what they're doing at practice or in a game, I usually get pretty frustrated because that information is so readily available for them, which isn't the case for every high school football program. But they have access to it. So they really have no excuse for not knowing what they're supposed to do on any given play.
What about that almost instantaneous ability, though, to coach via technology? Because I know you use the technology during the course of the game as well. So to me, that's key. I mean, you can immediately start addressing problems.
Oh, it's really, really big for us. I mean, offensively, certainly. I'm going to look at the iPad as soon as every series is over, try to figure out what the defense is doing, where we might have made a mistake, and get those corrections made, between drives. Also gaining information on how they're trying to stop us, how they're trying to defend us, et cetera. All that stuff is invaluable, especially when I'm not in the box. So not being in the box, you just don't quite see it as clear from down on the field. So having that iPad kind of makes it where it's the best of both worlds, where, you feel like you're in the box between drives because you get to see that view and that shot. Each play is really key.
Technology, though, is going to break down at some point. Is there almost this sense of anxiety if it does break down and you're not able to do what you typically do in evaluating a play?
I think it helps us, but at the same time, we're playing football. Our kids are coached up. We've got a game plan going into each week. So if it wasn't working, it certainly wouldn't be the end of the world. Do I feel like it just gives us a little better handle on confirming what we already think going into the game? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's not a life or death thing.
Let's talk about the season. The region may be as tough this year as it has been in a number of years. You've got a TR Miller ranked number 1 in the state. You've got a Hillcrest Evergreen. It is a tough region this year. And Flomaton, heck, beat by Excel. That was kind of a surprise early in the season. So assess region play, the region in itself, and your view of where Bayside needs to be in the region.
Well, I don't get too caught up right now on where we stand or where anybody else stands. We just really take it week by week, and that's going to help keep us focused and ready. And it's a new region for me. I know some of our coaches and players have been here long enough to play some of these teams. So for me, I kind of come in with fresh eyes each week and see the team for who they are, not who they have been in the past or who they were a handful of years ago when Bayside might have played them. So I kind of get the luxury of coming in with fresh eyes and seeing each opponent for who they are week to week. Ultimately, as long as we win the games, every game we play, it won't really matter where anybody's ranked. That's our goal. That's our plan.
The personnel this year, let's start at quarterback. Bo Miller, a sophomore. At one point, because we know Sammy Dunn was there last year as an underclassman, at one point did you know that you were going to need a new quarterback, and when did Bo Miller become your guy?
Yeah, early in the summer. Bo kind of started the summer and slated into that spot, obviously, and has really stepped up and done a great job, just progressed a ton throughout the summer, prepared a whole heck of a lot, and knows the offense really well. So I'm really, really proud of him for that, doing a great job running and throwing, and really just being out there as the field general, getting those guys lined up and ready to go each play.
How big of a setback was it when Brennan Yamani went down with the injury? I mean, he's big offensively, big defensively as well. And when do you anticipate getting him back? And when you get him back, do you think he is in mid-season form?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was the week of the St. Michael's game. He ended up hurting his ankle, foot, and we absolutely hate it for him, hate it for our team, because I know he's a great football player, and I know we're going to be really, really excited to get him back whenever that is. I know he's progressing well. He just recently went to the doctor again, got him out of the boot, out off his crutches, so hopefully he'll start moving around. And I'm sure there's going to be shaking some rust off when you're starting back midseason and you haven't been practicing, haven't been training like you have been all prepared all summer for that moment to finally get in. So, he'll have a little bit of a learning curve, just getting back in the routine, getting back in great shape. But at the same time, I've got confidence that when he does return, he's going to be locked in, ready to go.
Well, we're talking about the health of players. Is there anyone else that is banged up at the moment you expect to get back later? What is the health overall of Bayside?
Yeah, right now we're healthy. Sure, we're going to have some guys nicked up, banged up a little bit at this point, but everybody's healthy. Everybody's playing. Everybody will be ready to go for Friday night.
I mentioned at the outset of the conversation that we are recording this in advance. It is halftime. So at the half, what is Barrett Trotter doing?
Normally we meet with the coaches and just kind of assess what happened first half, what we might need to change or do different, what we might be doing well. Hey, let's keep hammering on that, and coming up with a plan if we need to change or do anything different, meeting with our players right after that, after we meet as a staff. And just any of those coaching points, any of those things we need to hammer home, anything that maybe we need to do different or tweak or change, or new plays we might want to run in the second half based on the looks we're getting, if they're totally different than maybe what we planned for. Just coaching those guys up in those moments that we have down there as a full group together.
Halfway through the season, what has been the most pleasant surprise where Bayside is concerned? And we got to flip that over, and maybe what you're most disappointed in over the first half of the year.
Oh, man, most pleasant surprise. Most pleasant surprise. I would say most pleasant surprise is probably Bo Hammock. Guy's playing center for us right now, snapping with his non-dominant hand, snapping left-handed for a right-handed guy because he broke his fingers on his right hand and just started snapping with his left. So it's been really impressive that he can do what he's been doing. I've never heard of anybody doing that on the offensive line. So really, really pleasantly surprised by that point. And what was the other question?
The most disappointing aspect of the first half.
I know we're a better team than we were week one when we played St. Michael's. So not being able to go back and make some corrections and feel like we really gave that game what we had to offer is probably my biggest disappointment right now. But how we've responded each week following that has been really good.
I want to go back to the center. You mentioned this now snapping with the non-dominant hand. If the right hand heals or when it heals, does it go back to the right? I mean, how does that work?
Hey, so far he's doing a good job with the left. So I would say, hey, even if the right one heals up, I probably keep snapping with the one you've been snapping with.
Isn't that unusual? I mean, I can't say that I've ever heard or even seen that addressed.
I've never heard of anybody doing it. Neither is our O-line coach, but Bo he's setting a new standard for all centers out there.
Coach, great year. You're 3-1 coming in against Flomaton. Got Flomaton at the half in this one. Big part of the season still ahead. Congratulations and good luck tonight against the Hurricanes and for the remainder of the year in region play.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Halftime, 7-zip score, the only score in the first half, 4:29 to play in quarter number 2. Billy Neal punches it in from 4 yards out. The extra point kick good, and that's where we are at the half. Again, a reminder, tomorrow on Georgia Military College football, taking on Lackawanna, 7-13 in the NJCAA, 1 o'clock Eastern, and a noon Central start. Tomorrow night, I can't remember where in South Carolina, Allen University and Point University. 7 o'clock Eastern, the kickoff. 6 o'clock Central, Cade Crenshaw will be calling the play-by-play there. Wednesday, we get into the volleyball. Coyotes of Coastal South hosting Bishop State. Then on Friday, they'll host Bevel State. Bevel will hang around. And on Saturday, taking on the Coyotes of Coastal North, and then after Coastal North is through with the Bears of Bevel State, they'll take on the Wildcats of Pearl River. And a week from tomorrow, Bulldogs in Monroe from New York City, Monroe College and Georgia Military. Halftime here, and we're about ready to start second half action. Admirals by a touchdown and an extra point kick.
just about all white. Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Flomaton receiving to begin the first half. Bayside will receive to begin half number 2. And yep, you see the number attached to the scoreboard. It is time to get into your shout-outs. By now, you're probably veterans to this kind of thing. I don't have to go through the details. I can do it in a nutshell. All third quarter long. Who to, who from, what is it? That's it in a nutshell. But I'll get a little more specific. You text me 334-488-1385. I read them. And would like to know who you're shouting to, who's shouting. And the high pooch kick caught at the 48. Bo Anderson, a nice catch. Boy, that was with pressure applied. Still able to make the catch, and an excellent starting point for Bayside to begin half number 2 at the 48. And 2, if you got a little watch party going on, snap a photo, send it. We'll get it on Facebook or Twitter later. Watching from Mandeville, Louisiana, Mama, Lisa, and Pawpaw Wally. Always so proud of you, Miles Uter. Cade Lyons, not a lot of running room up the middle. Keep pushing on for the win. Sending love for you and all of the Admirals. Thanks, Momo and Paul Paul in Mandeville.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And my apologies. Yes, I do have some kind of remnants of a head cold. And it wants to occasionally snag my vocals. Pass is caught. Bo to Bo. Miller to Anderson.
To Bo Anderson.
And that'll be enough for the first. So if you hear a sound that is like, what's happening to our announcer dude? Is he,
it will be enough for a Refuge Coffee Roasters
passing to another world? Well, I mean, I guess that could happen, but no, it's the remnants of whatever this is. First down and 10 of the 42. To the sophomore sensation, Cade Lyons, go get him. Love your kinfolk in Blackshear, Alabama. And speaking of Cade Lyons, there's the pitch and there's a whistle, and that will stop his run around the left end. False start.
Flag on the play.
It is charged to Bayside.
False start on the Admirals. Backs things up 5 yards to the 47-yard line.
Happy anniversary, Hammocks. Love you from New Hampshire. Go Bowden and Riggins. I had a pronunciation guide last week with that Bowden, didn't I? And now see, 7 days later, it's already slipped me. Shout out to my great nephew, number 66, Will Allen from Aunt Debbie in Opelika. Keep up the great game you've got going, Admirals. 5-yard mark off on the false start. Miller will carry it to the 44 and get about half of the penalty yardage back.
Gains 2 on the play.
Shout out to Amos McDaniel, number 54 from Potter's Mill.
For the Hurricanes.
Thank you, Potter's Mill. Julie, MK, and Misty are cheering for Bo Miller, Bo Hammock, and Monroe Parton from Birmingham. Good to hear from Birmingham. Shout out to Will Pettis from Grandpa in Joplin, Missouri. Grandpa in Joplin. Thanks for checking in. And off giving the Lions, and Lions met and dropped in the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe even a loss of a yard or two.
For the Hurricanes.
Keep in mind, I do not write
3rd and 14.
the shout-outs. I only read them. Number 66, Big Lips, I love you. From someone identifying themselves as S. Thank you, S, I think. 3rd down and 14. Opening drive of the second half. Bayside would love to extend this to a 2-score game. Over the middle, nearly picked off. It is Martin breaking up the pass play. Intended for Parton. And it'll bring up a 4th down and long. Shout out to Billy Neal from Susu and Papa watching from Birmingham. Go Billy, proud of you and all the Admirals. Fourth and long in the opening drive of the second half for Bayside will gain a net 5 yards and turn into a punting situation. High kick, not a particularly long kick. Doesn't take much of a bounce, and will be down at the 19. And it's Riggins Hammock who will down it at the 19. And that's where Flomaton will take over 1st down and 10. Shout out to Monroe. Love Mom, Mimi, and Pop. Yay, let's go, Monroe. And has the blue heart emoji. Go, Cane Lions. We are watching you from Atlanta, Lulu and Dan. Thanks, Hotlanta, for checking in. First drive of half number 2 for Flomaton. Handoff given to Martin, and Martin on a little misdirection picks up a yard, maybe 2.
Zackenzie Martin on the carry. Brought down by Burt Brown for the Admirals. Gain of 2 on the play.
Brings up a 2nd down and 8. Football just shy of the 20. Admirals with next week off. Then on the road the first week in October, back here on the 11th. Second and 8, Harrison drops back to pass. Hasn't thrown much tonight. Will hit Presley, but Presley hit immediately. And now I think the official has indicated incomplete.
Harrison's pass intended for Lance Presley.
So the incomplete pass brings up a 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8 for the Hurricanes.
And no, by the way, I have not heard how T.R. Miller and Hillcrest Evergreen are faring tonight. The 2-2-0 teams in the region, they are meeting tonight. That's going to have a big impact on the region. This game with a big impact on the region. Harrison to pass, lobs it out to Presley. Makes the catch at the 17. Excellent pursuit. Parton held him up, and then a host of Admirals swarm him. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 10 and a punting situation for Flomaton. And it seems like we have played on the Flomaton half of the football field for the better part of the football game. And barring a mistake or a penalty, Bayside should be inside Flomaton territory again on a 4th and 10. I would think a quick kick is coming from Harrison, and now he backs up to boot it away. Cunningham at midfield. And he'll be dropped right there. No return. Nice open field tackle by Camden Martin.
By Camden Martin for the Hurricanes.
And Bayside will have it 1st and 10 at midfield. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to watch this game and other games, like everything that's on the website later, want to download it, then sign up for our premium channel. For less than the cost of a cup of Starbucks coffee every quarter, you can watch stuff for a year. 1st and 10, handoff given to Will Smith. And Smith will pick up 3. It's a 2nd and 7.
at the 47-yard line for the Admirals.
Second down inside Flomaton territory. Handoff given to Smith. Smith bouncing into the right side. He will get inside the 45, down to the 44.
Well, Smith over the right side, down
3 yards shy of a first, third and short.
Gains 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Admirals from the 43.
Bayside 1-1 here at Freedom Field this year. Got a first down carry. Billy Neal.
Down to the 36-yard line, picks up 7.
It'll be down to the 36, 1st and 10, Bayside.
Up for a Refuge Coffee Roasters. Admirals first down.
Meanwhile, Flomaton is 1-1 away from Flomaton. Shout out to Kate Lyons from Pa and Bobby, watching from home in Rossington, Alabama. Or is that Rosenton? Alabama. Pa and Bobby. Thanks. Miller. Incomplete pass. Intended for John Ben Wilkinson.
Bo Miller's pass intended for John Ben Wilkinson.
And to bring up a second down and 10.
2nd and 10, Admirals.
Two receivers to the right side, none to the left. On a second down and 10, football at the 38. Current standings, T.R. Miller and Hillcrest 2-0, Bayside 1-0 in the region. Lions drop behind the line of scrimmage and will lose 3, maybe 4.
Lions loses 3 on the play. Brought down by Tyler Williamson. Flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play, and Lions is slow getting up. And I think he has just tapped that left leg, either knee or ankle. And he is going to be tended to.
Personal foul called on the Hurricanes.
Good to see Lions up.
15-yard penalty.
And apparently okay. Personal foul. 15-yard mark-off will go
to the 26-yard line
against the Hurricanes.
And that results in a Refuge Coffee Roasters.
A little bit of a Lions wobble going over to the trainer's table. Bayside already hurting at the running back spot with Yamani out. Will Smith coming in as Lions will continue to be looked at on the sidelines. Handoff given to Smith. Smith to the left side, inside the 25. If they give him his forward progress, he's got about 3, maybe 4.
Smith on the carry.
Here comes Lions. A little run routine for the trainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And the trainer says, I want to see you try to make a cut or two. So he did, and at the moment looks okay. Second down. Miller with a fake to Smith. Rolls right, looks downfield. Got a receiver open. Stumbling to the 2-yard line is Bo Anderson.
Miller's pass complete to Bo Anderson.
Well, that was old Turf Monster. Came up and tripped Bo Anderson. He had 6 in front of him.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. Got an ineligible receiver downfield, penalty flag. And the pass play to the 2 nullified. And it will go back the other way. And here comes Kane Lyons back into the game. Will Smith coming out.
To the 30-yard line. Be 2nd and 14, Admirals.
So Lions okay. penalties have been costly for both teams tonight. And the second ineligible receiver downfield infraction turns a first and goal from the 2 into a second and pretty long, but it won't be as long for third as Lyons is able to make his way down to about the 20.
Lyons runs it over the right side, takes it down to the 21-yard line. Gains 8 on the play. 3rd and 6, Admirals.
Shout out to Noah Kane and the Admirals from Poppy and Mimi in Jasper, Alabama. And a shout out to me. Thank you very much, Poppy and Mimi. Hey, I appreciate y'all. You watching. And the Canes really are what brought us to Bayside. I don't know, maybe about 5 years ago now. So thank you very much for the shout out, for watching, and for this affiliation with the Admirals. Timeout on the field. 3:47 to play in the third. Third down and 6. Football spotted in the 21. Into the gut of Lyons, and Lyons dragging Hurricanes with him down to the 18.
Lyons carries it up the middle to the 18. Brought down by Guy Murphy for the Hurricanes.
And it looks like the Hurricanes now with an injured player. I think that is going to be calf cramps
4th down and 3.
on Tyshawn Baldwin. And yeah, they're taking the toes and trying to bend them towards the head. So it's calf issues. 4th and short. Well, what do you do here if you're the Admirals? You try to extend it to a 2-score ball game after a couple of missed field goals, one from 42 and the other from 26. Or do you try to pick up the first down on the 4th down and 2? 3:35 to play in the third. Shout out to Noah Kane and the Admirals from your cousins in Marietta. Good to hear from Marietta. Shout out to the Trotter family from the Hadleys. Thank you, Hadleys, for talking to the Trotters. Football inside the 24, about halfway between the 24. I'll make that the 19, halfway between the 19 and the 18. And to pick up the first, you've got to get to the 16, and it looks at the moment as though Billy Neal and that Big Bubba package is going to try to do just that. Works it to the right side. He's got the first, pounds his way inside the 15, down to the 12.
Down to the 12-yard line for another Refuge Coffee Roasters. Admirals first down.
Admirals with a first down. And Billy Neal going to stay in quarterback with a 1st and 10 at the 12. Runs it to the left side behind Wells Smith blocking and just pounds over Hurricanes. Keeps his footing inside the 5 down to the 2. And if it is indeed the 2 where the ball is spotted, it'll be first and goal, Bayside. But apparently the ball came out, and Hurricanes say they recovered, and the officials have agreed.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Hurricanes.
So Neal, fighting for extra yardage, loses it inside the 5.
At the 4-yard line.
And it will stay a 7-zip game. Shout out says, happy birthday, Marcus. Let's go, Neesmith. Number 44, let's go, Canes. Love you, Mom, from Florida. Got some Hurricane fans watching. Thank you very much from Florida. Shout out to Monroe Parton, Mom, Kitty Pop, Raymond, and Amanda. First down and 10 from inside the 5.
Harrison over the right side, brought down by Noah Kane. Flag on the
Looked
play.
like a new bag. Nope, that was Harrison, quarterback on the carry. Thought for a moment it was number 10, which would be Uhas. There is a flag on the play. Duquesne Lions carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. Love Sibby and Moxie. Block below the waist. Charge to the Hurricanes.
Illegal block below the waist. Against the Hurricanes.
That'll be half the distance. So that's not a big mark off.
The 2-yard line.
There wasn't a lot of distance between the line of scrimmage and the goal line. So back to their 1.5 to 2 go the Hurricanes. 2.5 minutes left in the third, 2.5 in your shoutouts. On a first down and 12. And Harrison will pound his way for about a yard. Second down and long.
Harrison on the keeper up the middle. Brought down by Owen Rydick for the Admirals.
Happy birthday shout out to Bo Miller from the Firestones in
One on the
Gadsden.
play. Second and 11 for the
Very
Hurricanes.
much Gadsden, Alabama for checking in. Second down 10. Football near the 4. I'm looking for my Google Calendar to tell you who is next. I know we skip a week, open week next week for Bayside. Out across the 5.
Martin on the carry
Near the
over
6 on
left
the Martin
side
carry.
to the 6-yard line. Gain of
I
3.
got a big one in Evergreen
Brought
on the
down
4th
by an Armada of
against
Admirals.
Hillcrest Evergreen, back here on the 11th
Third and
versus
8 for the Hurricanes.
Cottage Hill. Can you believe we're halfway through the season, by the way, after tonight? And if you're looking towards that meeting with T.R. Miller, it will happen on the 25th. Harrison hit while throwing and hits his receiver. Presley will make the catch at the 22. That had all the makings of things going right for the Admirals, wrong for the Hurricanes.
Harrison's
But
pass
instead, it is
complete
first down
to
and 10,
Presley
Flomaton.
To the 21-yard line, brought down by Sam Cunningham for the Admirals.
Out
First
to
and
the
10
21.
Hurricanes.
And it is first down and 10, Flomaton. Bayside losing 31-10 to St. Michael's, then a 3-game win streak. Handoff given to French, and French will dive to the 27. Knocking off Marbury
French on the
there,
carry over the right
32-14. Orange Beach here, 7-5.
To the
And Monroe County
27-yard line.
in Monroeville,
Gain of
33 zip
7,
last
brings
Friday.
it Second and 3.
We are finished with 3 and are headed to the 4th in a 7-zip ball game. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Craft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Lead still 7. It's not comfortable, I can assure you. Of course, it's a little more comfortable for Bayside than it is Flomaton. 7-zip advantage. Billy Neal, 4-yard touchdown run, 4:29 to play in the first half. And that is the game's only score thus far. As we head into the fourth and final stanza. Flomaton looking at a 2nd and short. French, they will give him his forward progress, I assume, and that will be a first down near the 32-yard line. This is a drive, by the way, that started after the penalty yardage inside the 2.
Results in Hurricanes first down.
Out to the 33, where it is first down and 10. Well, if you're thinking about the possibility of overtime, Bayside has been in 4 overtime games. Admiral's getting a little anxious, jumping off sides. And Harrison changing that cadence a little bit.
Offsides.
It'll be a 5-yard mark off.
5-yard penalty. 1st and 5 for the Hurricanes.
3 of the 4 overtime games for Bayside have been on the road. There has been 1 here. And they won that one. Hand off to Martin, and he is just wrapped up.
Martin on the
Storming
carry.
in from the backside, Billy Neal.
Loses a yard. Billy Neal on the stop for the Admirals.
And it'll bring up a 2nd down and
5.
5. And actually maybe about a half-yard loss on the play, so 2nd and a little bit longer. Bayside has gone to overtime with Frisco City, St. Michael, and Hillcrest Evergreen twice. Got the reverse, dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Bayside read it perfectly. Cooper Turner going nowhere. And as a matter of fact, loses yardage, brings up a 3rd and 9.
Loses 3 on the play, brought down by Noah Kane.
Then you got Amos McDaniel down. I think that is calf related. You see a lot of that early in the year, about midway through, kind of unusual, but McDaniel's not the only guy that has suffered a little bit from leg cramps. So while they tend to McDaniel, we'll take a break. Third down and 9, football at the 34. Here's a shout out, says go Bayside from Bayside volleyball team watching from Birmingham. Good luck, ladies, playing in Birmingham, I would assume. As Harrison will drop back to pass, steps up, he's wrapped up, he's dropped, he loses the football, but he was already down to the 27. It is 4th and long, and Flomaton forced into a punt situation. And a shout out to number 12, Warren Johnson, from your buddy, Calling. Thanks, Calling. And again, good luck, ladies. I'm making the assumption you're playing in Birmingham. It's not just a vacation for the volleyball team. So good luck. Looking for another great year. Another one of those Harrison quick kicks. This one off the side of his foot. Bayside should take over midfield or inside. Let's see. Well, the official keeps walking. And yeah, squarely on midfield. And that's where it'll be first down and 10. Talking about those OT games, by the way, one of the 2 OT games against Hillcrest Evergreen was a double overtime game in 2020.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line where the Admirals will take over. 1st and 10.
Now, the Admirals not pushing for an OT game. They'd like to win it in regulation. But if we go that route, it would be the 5th time in Bayside history that a game goes beyond regulation. Handoff given to Lyons, bringing it from the right side to the left side, and he will be caught and brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard.
Lyons on the run over the left side, loses a yard on the play.
Okay, I'm going to go way back. And if you remember Johnny Musso playing for the University of Alabama, then you're not real young. But Cade Lyons was wearing one of those Johnny Musso type tearaway jerseys, which are now outlawed, I think. He would have broke free and picked up additional yardage. He wasn't. I don't think he can. And he was dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. Miller on the pass. Wow. He is crushed. That is, I believe, Bo Anderson. He just got level. There is a penalty flag down, and
complete to Bo Anderson.
Anderson will stay down.
Brought down by Camden Martin.
A clean hit, but Anderson was exposed to that clean shot from the defender. And Anderson down, Barrett Trotter going to check on his receiver. Here is the good news. Bo Anderson hopped up, ran to the sidelines, and he's already wanting to get back into the football game. Me, I would be running to the stands, calling for mommy, but he's going to get back onto the field briefly. Man, what a shot he took. 3rd down, 13. Pass is caught by Smith. And he'll get back to about midfield. There's a late flag in, and let's see what this flag is about. The Hurricanes clapping.
There is a flag on the play.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it will go against the Admirals. We'll wait and see what the official says. Smith dropped at the 49, where it would be 4th and long. Well, the official's saying a defensive hold.
Personal foul. Targeting is the call.
They're saying targeting.
Correction, horse collar.
Now, correction made. It is a horse collar.
It's a 15-yard penalty. Result will
I
be
thought the official indicated a defensive
roasters.
hold, but there again.
Admirals
I'm relying on much younger eyes in the other side of the press box. But here's the good news on the infraction, a 1st down. Handoff given to Lyons, and Lyons will be dropped at the 34 for a pickup of a couple.
Carry picks up 3 on the play, down to the 34-yard line.
2nd down and 7
for the Admirals.
And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. Now gunning for 6,000. And got a long way to go. And I've given the Lions. Lions will stumble forward to the 28.
Lions over the right side. Takes it down to the
bringing up a 3rd and short.
Direction 28-yard line.
If Bayside can punch it in here, consume a lot of the clock, you like your chances. Doesn't mean you won the game. But if the defense continues to play like it has through 3.5 quarters, you like your chances of keeping Flomaton out of the end zone a couple of times. 3rd down and short. Billy Neal on the carry. And he's their short yardage guy, and he'll pick up the first down to the 24.
Down to the 24-yard line. Gains 3 in the process. And it's enough for another refuge.
First down and 10 for Bayside.
Admirals, first down.
First down and 10, football at the 24. Neal bobbling it, back up with it, drives inside the 15, inside the 8. Where it'll be first and goal.
Billy Neal on the carry, rumbles down to the 10-yard line. It's enough for another refuge coffee.
First and goal at the 9 for Bayside. And there's a timeout on the field. Flomaton asking for the break. We'll pause too with 5:39 to go.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.edu.
Billy Neal stays in at quarterback, hurdles Hurricanes to the 5, and will back his way to the 4. Where it is 2nd and goal for Bayside.
Billy Neal takes it over the left side for the Admirals. Down to the 4-yard line. Brought down by a host of Hurricanes.
Neal has scored the only Bayside touchdown, the only touchdown period of the game.
For the Admirals.
It was a 4-yard touchdown run in the first half, 4:29 to play. In half number 1, here he's got a 2nd and goal from the 5 and stays in the backfield to take another snap. Pounds his way into the end zone. Bayside grows into a 2-score lead. .451 to play.
Billy Neal over the left side.
And Billy Neal in the end zone again. And it looks like there may be an injured Hurricane now. That is Presley, who is getting to his feet. Presley, you would assume, is one of the weapons that Flomaton desperately needs, down by a couple of scores. He's been a favorite target of Harrison in his limited pass plays. And he is making the slow trip to the sidelines, but does look a little better each step of the way. Nathan Ivan trying to make it a 14-zip lead. And it is good. Stacy perfect on a pair of extra point tries. Bayside with 2 scores with less than 5 to play. Just about all white. Jones County diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. 4:51 to play in the football game. It is Bayside by a couple of touchdowns as it is booted away. And Ivan will
on the kickoff
send it into the end zone, and it'll be brought out to the 20.
Into the end zone. Result is a touchback. Hurricanes will take possession.
And that's where Flomaton will have it. First down and 10. Well, a 2-score game, less than 5 minutes to play. This doesn't look like a Flomaton team, or at least hasn't acted like one in the first half, that is a real good come-from-behind team. But you don't win a state championship. They did in 2018. You don't get 126 wins as head coach at Flomaton. That's when Doug Vickery has won. You're not sometimes pulling off the improbable. That is nearly picked off. Keelan Stacy nearly intercepting the pass, and I think that's a new quarterback, no longer Harrison.
Incomplete.
But it's Braden Nall. So the football stays at the 20, 2nd and 10. Harrison, the starting quarterback, out. Nall in. Second down and 10. Handoff given to French. French running room. Wow. He was an arm tackle away from breaking it big, but wrapped up right across the 30.
French over the left side for
He'll
the
pick up
Hurricanes.
first, and it will be 1st and 10.
Ball placed at the 30.
Bad news is he picked up first. The good news for the Admirals is the clock is continuing to run. Flomaton has only one timeout they can use. First and 10, handoff given to Martin. Martin across the 30 to the 32.
Martin over the left side, brought down by
if you go to 0-3 in region play,
after picking up 2,
doesn't mean your playoff hopes are gone,
2nd and 8
but they are
for the
dim.
Hurricanes.
Especially when you got a T.R. Miller that's unbeaten, you got a Hillcrest Evergreen that's unbeaten, and you don't expect them to lose a lot of games. You got a Bayside team that at the moment is unbeaten, wants to stay that way through those late games with XL, and of course on the 4th, Hillcrest Evergreen next to the last game of the year against T.R. Miller. Now the pass, it is incomplete. And we'll bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Harrison's pass intended for Camden Martin is incomplete.
If you are Bayside, you're liking your chances and are still in complete control of your own destiny. You win, you're in. You lose and you got to get a little help to host or, boy, that was a shot to Fritch. Man, that was Monroe Parton. Just hammered Fritch.
French on the carry over the left side. Gains 3. Brought down by Billy Neal.
And it'll bring up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 5.
Football to the 35 to get the first. You got to get to the 40. If you don't get to 40, Bayside takes over. And for all practical purposes, the game is done. So this is the deciding play. If Flomaton is to have any chance, got to pick up the first. It is given to Martin, and Martin won't get there. Comes up about a half yard shy of the 40. That should do it. It will depend upon the spot.
Brought down by Burt Brown.
But I'm thinking he's a little bit shy on that first down marker. Let's see where the ball is placed. It is 1st and 10. Bayside.
And it will be Admiral football, 1st and 10.
So the Admirals will have it. We don't anticipate Flomaton stopping the clock. And let's see what Bayside does. Do they keep it on the ground, run out the clock? They will go to 2-0 in region play and be a game behind somebody, either T.R. Miller or Hillcrest Evergreen, those two playing tonight. Hand it over to Lions. Lions 40, 35-30. Trying to stay in bounds. Let's see if he was able to.
Down to the
Tippers flaring a little bit.
28-yard line. That will be enough for a Refuge Coffee Roasters Admirals.
Martin
First down.
doing a little jawing, and one of his teammates coming over to say, hey, get back to the huddle. That is Guy Murphy. Lions picking up the first to the 28. And apparently was able to stay in bounds, and the clock continues to run. Miller on the keeper. He'll be twisted around at the 27.
The middle. Gain of 2 on the play.
And pick up a couple of yards.
Hey, Admiral fans, how about a shout out for our varsity cheerleaders under the direction of Ashton Vines and our Bayside
Hey, a
High
quick
School
reminder,
band.
tomorrow we head to
Under the direction
Milledgeville,
of
Georgia,
Madison
7-13 in
We
JCAA
appreciate
football.
each of those groups
1 o'clock Eastern
for their
noon
constant
start
inspiration.
for that one. And tomorrow night, it is Allen University and Point University football. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central here on JockJive. Well, Smith around the right side.
Well, Smith down to the
Making
24
his way to the
yard
24.
line. Stop made by
And
Ian
Bayside
White for the
will
Hurricanes.
snap the football one more time. And bring it into the night.
7 for the Admirals.
Bayside will go to 4-1 overall, 2-0 in conference play, and register back-to-back shutouts. 33-zip last week. Their 18th shutout defensively in school history. And 1 week later, get their 19th with a 14-zip win over Flomaton. Billy Neal and Nathan Ivan accounting for all the scoring. A couple of Billy Neal touchdowns and a couple of Nathan Ivan extra point kicks. 1 in the second and 1 in the fourth. And this one is now final. Bayside will win it. They've got an open week next week on the road on the 4th of October, back here on the 11th. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Subscribe to our premium channel. And be back in a couple of weeks for Bayside Academy football. Amy Zanity's been running camera. I'm Robert Williamson. Thanks for watching. So long, everybody.